A new chapter in the Motul FIM Superbike World Championship has already begun. Not even 48 hours removed from the grand finale of the 2024 season, a handful of riders and teams have remained at the Circuito de Jerez Ángel Nieto to start working towards 2025. New faces, returning names, and big stories to build up from here to round one. Here's your roundup from 2 days of pre-season testing in Jerez. Few bike reveals can garner this level of attention in the World Superbike paddock, but this was certainly a special one. Introducing the Bimota KB998. With a Kawasaki engine and a chassis fully designed and constructed by Bimota, the Italian manufacturer's return to the championship is now a reality. Day one saw Florian Marino take to the track, while on day two it was a chance for Alex Lowe's and Axel Bassani to test the bike that replaces their tried and trusted ZX-10RR. 67 laps for the number 22 and 76 for the number 47, followed by the overall fastest lap of Wednesday for the Italian, half a second faster than his Superpole time from Saturday. The future is bright for Bimota. One Kawasaki will remain on the grid in 2025, and it was at the top of the timesheets for most of Wednesday. Garrett Gerloff joins the former Puccetti Racing, now rebranded as Kawasaki WorldSBK team. The Texan tested a new engine for the team on day two, using the first day to come to terms with the ZX-10RR. A low 39.2 was his fastest time, just half a second off his Superpole time last Saturday on the BMW. One of two confirmed rookies on the 2025 grid, Ryan Vick has made his WorldSBK debut in Jerez with Team Motor Corsa. Completed 68 laps on Tuesday and 66 on Wednesday, improving his fastest lap by a second between both days. It was an encouraging first step for the ignition and his Italian team, despite a late crash on Wednesday at turn 1. Now, speaking of Ducatis, both the Ruba IT Racing riders were present, although with limited running. Nicolo Buliga only tested on day one, setting the overall fastest lap time of the test on an SCQ tyre of 138.142, and also testing some chassis parts according to team manager Serafino Fotti. Álvaro Bautista meanwhile started his test on the wrong foot with a crash in turn 2. That didn't stop the two-time world champion from setting the most laps of day one with 85 laps, and a further 55 coming on day 2. All of this was to mainly try a few new setup options, with the 2025 regulations perhaps in mind. BMW were also present in Jerez, but this time exclusively with their test team of Marcus Reiterberger and Sylvain Gintoli, and only on day one, with newly crowned world champion Toprak Razgatlioglu and Michael van der Mark both exempt from testing duties on this occasion. They will both have the 2025 engine at their disposal in a week's time at Motorland Aragon. Team HRC were also present in Jerez, with Xavi Vierge testing 3 different bikes throughout the test and dipping into the 139s on both days. Tetsuta Nakashima also took to the track on Tuesday, himself as part of the HRC test team, while Iker Lecuona remains out of action with a foot injury. Supersport machines were also on the Andalusian track this week. 3 riders to be more specific, 2 of them in new colours. Philipp Ertl returns to the middleweight class with the newly rebranded Field Racing World Supersport team, which will feature the German rider on board of a Soul Panigale V2. Meanwhile, Ollie Bayliss was present in Jerez testing with PTR Triumph alongside Tom Booth Amos, although the Australian is yet to confirm his place on the 2025 grid. Testing now resumes next week at Motorland Aragon, and then another test in a month's time again at Jerez before we take on the Christmas break. Tune in to WorldSBK.com and at WorldSBK on social media to follow all the updates and join us through these first exciting steps towards 2025.